Welcome to MLB The Show in this presentation of minor league baseball. Tonight, the second of four between the Tennessee Smokies and the Montgomery Biscuits. The race for the division continues to heat up as two of the best square off next. Number 22 is on the mound for game two. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's number. One of the things that jumps out at you is that ERA. It's into the fours. But that doesn't necessarily indicate what kind of pitcher this guy is. If he brings his A game, he can shut anybody down. The problem he's had so far this season, he's been a little bit inconsistent. He's a better pitcher than that ERA over the fours indicates.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. Weather shouldn't be much of a factor. 71 degrees here at game time. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
One of the toughest pitches to hit, the straight changeup, right? El Cambio. Hadn't seen it in that entire at bat. And what happens? Gets the string pulled on him right there. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Standing in now, Estevan Gonzalez. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty. Dan, this team is playing well. They're getting closer in the division race. I guess my question to you, I want to ask you, did you find that you started to really pitch better as the summer months started to get hotter?
No doubt about it. Not only does his team start feeling better, but I think you get a good vibe starting to roll throughout the clubhouse. You realize that the schedule is starting to wind itself down. Every game is more important. The bigger the game, hopefully the better you play. And this team's been playing some really good baseball lately.
Now the 1-1 pitch.
Sitting in a good spot right here. 2-ball, 1-strike count is yet to see a fastball. Have to be sitting on one right here.
Fastball well outside.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
Hit back up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
So striding in, number 33, to show you what he did in May versus what he's done so far at the plate in June. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. 1-2, here it is. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, 2 left. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1, no score. Burt Roderick, the Missouri-born right-hander, gets the job of starting pitcher here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, listen, you don't have to know much about statistics to know that this is a bad one. How about this guy on the year as a starting pitcher? Left-handers are hitting over 300 against this guy. He's going to have to change something or he won't be pitching very long in this league.
And a good curveball gets him swinging for route number 1.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch-out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Guys, you take a look at our visiting club as they enter play here this evening. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, guys, dropping yesterday was a heartbreaker without question. But you know what? You find a way. You show up to the...
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Meanwhile, this ball is into right center, and that ought to be good enough for extra bases. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. So now to the plate, Octavio Veras. This is line to left. And this will hop over the wall, but the run will score.
And this thing bounces over the wall, but I don't think it would have mattered if it stayed in the ballpark. Either way, the runner was going to score, and he was going to wind up at second. He drove that ball really nicely.
Coming to the plate now, Wendell Lombard. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Long run for the center fielder, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. Throw won't get him. Stepping in now, Lucas hits, and he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Wow, he's looking awfully shaky to start this game, guys. That's 3 hits and a walk, and there's no doubt that he's fighting himself right now. See if he can get this train back on the rails here.
1-2, here it comes. And this is swung on and missed. Oh, a huge punch out there as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now. At the plate, Jimmy Hooper. He'll get to take his first cuts here. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Would have been a grand slam. Instead, it's a foul ball. Liner toward right center. That's in there. Base hit. 1 run is scored. Now the relay home, and he is in there.
Hey, this pitcher better make an adjustment. That's a lot of loud contact. That's 4 bullets in the first inning to open up this game.
In now, Doug Story. 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Sent out to straightaway center field. Burkett is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. On now to the top half of inning number 2. And Montgomery's out in front here, 3-0. Second inning set to go, and now it'll be the catcher, Clarence Hagan.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started. And don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get off on the right foot here. The last thing he wanted was to walk the leadoff man.
The 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Hey, no shame in that. Your eyes light up when that heater comes above the belt. That's so tough to lay off of.
This is on the ground over to first. Oh, look at the sliding stop. On to first, and they get them both.
That's good athleticism here by the pitcher getting off the mound. He gets the ball to first and then hustles his way over to the bag to help him wrap up the tough 3-6-1 double play.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's through first and hustling for second. And he is in the second with a 2-out double.
Just goes to show you, if you're going to throw that 2-seam fastball away, which I don't think is the best pitch anyway, you better start that thing out of the zone and let it work its way back to the corner. With this one, it started out on the corner, so it leaked back right over the heart of the plate and got whacked.
In there at the letters, 1-2 now. So far this season, Fortenberry is below the Mendoza line. The batting average under 200, unfortunately.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more Monday Night Baseball. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and stepping up as the shortstop, Thurman Ponson. Weak grounder back to the mound, and that's the first out. Ready for another chance. Jesse Pitts 0 for 1 here in the early going. On a line, that's a base hit.
Man, that's a nice job by the batter right there, keeping the front side in. Not easy on a curveball. Would have been easy to throw the front side and hook that foul, but he was able to stay inside and drive it for a base hit.
Into the box now, Vinny Oliveros. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. The 1-2. And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Here now the 2-2. And there he goes towards second. Fielded cleanly. The tag, and he is out. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. So no runs on one base hit, no errors, and no one left on. New inning set to get underway. And next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Chet Cox. Right side. Scooped up. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Now at the plate, Estevan Gonzalez. He drew a walk his first time up. And it's 1-2.
Wow, not sure what you're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle center cut. Tough pitch to take.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are two gone. Striding into the box, Timothy McCormick. He flew out in his last at-bat. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Biscuits lead it 3-0. Bottom of the inning now, and next to hit is the catcher, Octavio Veras. Now the 2-1. Pops this one up. Zager into shallow left. He's not going to get to it, so the leadoff guy's aboard with a base hit.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
Into the box, Wendell Lombard. Oh, and this deflects right off him. And this will work as a sacrifice as they get the out at first, but the runner moves into scoring position at second base. So digging in now, Lucas Pitts. The 1-1 home.
2-1.
Cut fastball that time, but he doesn't bite, and now it's 3-1.
Not a good spot to be in right now. Pitcher's falling behind in the count with a guy up that hits really well with runners in scoring position.
Full count, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. Hit high and deep to right center. And this will hop over the wall, but the run will score.
Pretty good swing right there as he drives this ball deep. One hops over the wall, and he can just walk into second base with a ground rule double.
At the plate now, Herbert Gilchrist. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
The 2-1 pitch. And he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. Jansen is under it. 2 gone. Coming to the plate now, Jimmy Hooper. Hits, stands at second with 2 gone. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley. As he arrives at second without a play, as a run will score on the play as well.
Yeah, and when a pitching coach goes to the mound this early, he's probably just looking to reset the pitcher's mindset, get him to forget about the negative, and give him something positive to focus on. We'll see if he responds.
Now out of the dugout comes the manager as he'll make his way towards the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So a less than stellar performance here tonight as he makes the early exit and forces that bullpen into action much earlier than anticipated. The 2-2 lifted in the air out towards left center. Long run for the center fielder. He can't get there, so the inning will continue.
You know who's the happiest man in the building right now? His starting pitcher. He's got a big old smile on his face. He knows he has a 6-run lead here in the early going to work with. You can't let that take away your edge, though.
To the plate now, Thurman Ponson hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. As a look, now the pitch. 3 runs already home here. And another foul ball. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Now another 1-2.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Smoked the other way, high and deep to left. Back on it is the left fielder at the track, and that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning.
Oh, and that was really close to a long out. The left fielder had a beat on it, and he gave it a great effort, but he couldn't quite bring it back. Instead, it's a trip around the bases.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. He pops up the changeup, heading out towards shallow right. Fortenberry is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate in scoring 5. That'll bring up Billy McKinney.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Called strike 2, and now it's full 3-2. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4. Striding in once again, Greg Jansen comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now the 1-1 pitch. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. Clarence Hagan will be next. Now the 3-2 pitch. Fouled off. A runner at first with no outs here. And it's fouled away. Another payoff pitch. Oh, he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. Now at the plate, Clarence Hagan. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2. Hit down the third baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. From the belt, the pitch. A line shot to third base, but the runner is back to avoid the double play. Digging in, D'Angelo Burkett. 2 out with a man at first. On the ground to the right side. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And they will still manage to get him at first. A spectacular all-around play, and the inning is over. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left on. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. And Montgomery's out in front here, 8-0. Ready for another shot now. Vinny Oliveros, 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
The 2-1. This is hit the other way out toward left field. McCormick is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first out. It's a bullpen game for them now as we have a look at the starters' final line. Certainly not the night he wanted to have.
One of the tough things to do when you're trying to have a good pitching performance is keep the ball in the ballpark. He was filling up the strike zone, but he did allow 2 home runs.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Skied in the air to straightaway left. McCormick has to range back, but he'll make the catch near the line, and there are 2 men gone. Stepping up to the plate, Wendell Lombard. A hit in 2 tries so far. The 1-1. Drilled on the ground is short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And coming forward now is the shortstop, Oliver Zager.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
You do not want to walk the 8-hole hitter. It just opens up so many options. Do we bunt him over to second with the 9-hole hitter? Do we try and play for that big rally with the top of the order coming up? This is a huge pitch. You can't allow this guy to walk.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact.
Halfway to the plate, this hitter's wondering why he even pulled the trigger on that. His hands feel like he's being stung by wasps right now.
And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away. Digging in for his second at-bat, Ray Fortenberry. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now, 3-2.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the fifth.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
At the plate, Chet Cox. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Set now for the bottom of the fifth, and next it'll be the outfielder, Lucas Pitts. The 2-1 is taken high above the zone.
And when you're already down by a bunch, this is where a guy's got to take some responsibility out there and at least start throwing some strikes.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. High in the air out to center field. Burkett is right there, 1 down. Standing in, Herbert Gilchrist. 1 out, nobody on. And he'll watch the fastball miss down low. It's 2-1. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. He loses him on ball 4. So he's aboard following the 1-out walk. Their 2nd of the ball game so far as we take a look there at the league leaderboard for team walks this year. And as you see, they currently lead the Southern League in that category. The 1-2. And this is on the ground is short. Could be 2. The second for 1. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. All set for the start of the inning. And next to bat will be the first baseman, Estevan Gonzalez. Hit well towards the hole. And that is through into right field for a single.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Standing in now, Timothy McCormick. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Gilchrist will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Billy McKinney. It was a walk in his last trip. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Now, inside.
A line shot to third base, but the runner is back in time to avoid the double play.
Now batting, the third baseman,
Standing in, Greg Jansen. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in this at-bat.
Reined in. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and standing in is the DH, Doug Story. The 3-1. And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th. Ready to take his hacks again, Thurman Honson, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
And I'm sure as he strides to the plate right here, he's certainly got to have a little bit more confidence. But that's not his game. He's got to get back to what makes him successful, put bat to baseball, and try and drive something right back up the middle.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side, and that'll get down for a base hit. In now, Jesse Pitts, and he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Now batting, Vinny Oliveros, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Loves hitting left-handed off of right-handed pitchers, hitting over 300 against right-handed pitching.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Not sure if that was a great take or if he got locked up on a 2-seamer running away, but either way, it worked out well for him. That's a well-thrown pitch, though.
Grounded up the first baseline. One there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. We're through 6 full. The Biscuits lead it 8-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Clarence Hagan. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him. So striding forward now, D'Angelo Burkett. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Center fielder giving chase. He can't get there in time, and now it hops over the wall for a ground rule double.
Hey, there's a hard hit ball that was going to be down for extra bases. The ball had some spring on it, and it bounced over the wall, and the ground rule double puts him on second base without having to leg it out.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Pitch number 100 on its way. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2. Ray Fortenberry will be next. Hit sharply on the ground. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. Stepping in, Ray Fortenberry, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Here now the 2-2. Swing and a looper to left. Left fielder coming on. He can't get there as it falls in. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and they say better late than never, and that's definitely the case here. They couldn't get anything going through the first 6 frames, but they scratch a run across here in the 7th. We'll see if they can parlay that first run into something more.
skipper out of the dugout making the slow trek to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So his final line will show 6 2/3 innings pitched. He was very effective out there, no doubt. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Last half of the 7th here, and digging in is the switch-hitting catcher, Octavio Veras. The 1-1. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second, just because he took the first one, that this pitcher won't come back exactly the same way.
Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Hey, this guy's obviously seeing the ball right now. That's another hard hit single. 3 for 4 right there. He's looking super solid at the plate.
Into the box now, Wendell Lombard. And that misses for ball 4. And it's 1st and 2nd now with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Elliot Quintero comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. On to first, so he comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play.
They played the matchup there, and it worked out perfectly. Ground ball double play, and that changes the complexion of this inning entirely.
Digging in, number 12. 4th trip to the plate for him, and he's at risk of ending that nice hitting streak that he's put together.
Yeah, chances are it's on his mind, Matt, but you just have to let that get out of the way as best you can. You have to approach this at bat just like any other. Otherwise, you're just getting in your own way.
The 1-2. Fouled away. Here he comes again, 1-2. Fouled off. Two-two. Here it is. Full count now, 3-2.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher, but you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
Hit to short. Fielded cleanly, and that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Ready to begin the 8th, and here comes the first baseman, Estevan Gonzalez.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Line, but speared on a hop. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Ready once again, Timothy McCormick. Grounded slowly to the left side. Scooped up. And there are 2 away now. Striding forward now is the DH, Billy McKinney. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Softly hit toward the hole. Reined in. And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. This one pretty well in the bag. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. And Montgomery's out in front here, 8-1. So coming to the plate, Jimmy Hooper. Down the first baseline. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Now at the plate, Doug Story. 1-1 home. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice of this guy. He better be circled on that lineup card because he's on fire. That's his second hit of the ball game right there, and I don't see him stopping.
So now to the plate, Thurman Ponson. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. The 2-2.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
And it's fouled away. He's set. Here's the 3-2.
Hey, if you're going to get a swing on a pitch that far in off the plate, pretty much options are wide open.
And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the 2nd out. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jesse Pitts. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Got him! And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. So stepping in, Greg Jansen starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Into the box, Clarence Hagan. Now the pitch. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now. 3-2. Hammered the other way to deep right field. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the 2nd out. Into the box now, D'Angelo Burkett. The 2-1. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. But this will land untouched. Changeup taken for ball 3, well below the zone. And now those that have stuck it out tonight come to their feet. Ball hit high to the right side, but this will get into the seats. Foul. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. On to first, and that's your ball game.
Well, just another day at the office for these guys. That stretches their winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all 3 phases of the game. Pitching, fielding, and hitting. Who knows how long this will last.
8-1 is the final tonight. Montgomery jumped out to an early lead in the 1st and never looked back. Number 22 earns win number 7 on the season. Burt Roderick permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. From my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.